Hello guys, what's going on? In this video I want to chat with you about improving your concentration and avoiding distraction. So being able to focus and being able to concentrate effectively is absolutely key in high performance sport. There's so many different types of distractions that you've got to be able to tune out in order to concentrate well and compete well. I'm talking about hostile crowds, fatigue, internal doubts, external opinions and pressures. So if you want to improve your ability to concentrate and focus and avoid those kinds of distractions, then it's worth understanding how the mental process actually works so you can use some targeted techniques to improve. Good concentration is just the end result of controlling your attention when you perform. So just like you can't read a book and watch TV at the same time, it's really difficult to execute your technique well or monitor your position or link up with your teammates if you're also paying attention to unrelated or unimportant things. As humans, we only have a finite amount of attention. There's only so much data we can process at once. So any time that you're paying attention to something unrelated or unimportant, like doubt for example, you're wasting this precious resource and also creating a kind of mental interference that actual useful information has to fight its way through. When this happens, you don't process as quickly, your decision making becomes impaired, and the end result is you performing below your maximum level. A lot of the time this comes down to wasting your attention on distracting thoughts or doubts rather than focusing on what's happening in the real world. And sometimes it comes down to wasting attention on the wrong things out in the environment, out in the real world, rather than the things that you should be paying attention to and should be focused on.
Leclos in the green hat on the left was keeping his eye on Phelps, but he didn't have the strength to close the gap.
So with all that said, if you want to improve your concentration, there are a couple of good techniques that you can use to do this. Now that you know what's going on, first off, you can start and be really vigilant, all right? So if you get a breather or a break in play when you're performing, consider your current level of concentration. Are you getting distracted by stuff or are you pretty well focused? Second, if you feel that you are getting distracted or if you just want to maintain a high level of focus, then you can use some instructional self-talk. This is basically talking to yourself in your head or out loud and telling yourself what to do, what you should be focused on.
Every play I talk to myself.
What kind of things do you say?
Let's go, focus.
It should be really specific and individual to you and your sport and the key aspects of your performance. Third, think about using some reminders before you go out and perform or during breaks in play if you get those in your sport. This could be like a page of notes or a photograph, something with meaning to you that's going to motivate you to avoid those distractions. This can be particularly effective if you know that there is that certain thing that gets to you or winds you up or distracts you. For example, you could have a reminder to take your match 1 point at a time or in 10-minute chunks rather than worrying about who's on top at a certain moment or who's going to win. Improving concentration is all about managing your attention, so just be mindful of where you spend yours when you're out there performing. Make sure it's on the right things. Talk to yourself, tell yourself what to focus on, use that instructional self-talk and use those reminders to push yourself to avoid the distractions that you know you sometimes slip up on. The best way to get these techniques working for you is to use them in training as much as you can and then put them into actual competitive events. Okay, hit subscribe if you want to see more videos from me and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers!